Marcus Freeman's journey through football has never followed a straight, comfortable line, and that is precisely what makes his rise resonate so deeply across the sport. From the moment he stepped into the role of head coach at Notre Dame, he inherited not just a roster and a schedule, but the weight of one of college football's most demanding legacies. Every Saturday carried history. Every loss felt amplified. Every win was met not with relief, but with the expectation that something greater should follow. Over 5 seasons, Freeman has navigated that reality with a steadiness that has quietly transformed perception into belief, producing results that place him firmly among the most respected leaders in the game. The numbers tell part of the story, and they are impossible to ignore. In 5 years as a head coach at major programs, Freeman has compiled a 43-12 record, winning nearly 78% of his games. That level of consistency is rare in an era defined by transfer portals, NIL turbulence, and relentless scrutiny. It speaks to preparation, adaptability, and the ability to build trust quickly in environments where patience is thin. Bowl games, often seen as a litmus test for program readiness and culture, have reflected that same edge. Freeman-led teams have gone 5-2 in postseason play, winning more than 71% of those opportunities, delivering when the lights were bright and the margin for error narrow. But Freeman's profile cannot be captured by percentages alone. His credibility was forged long before he ever held a headset as a head coach. As a player from 2006 to 2008, he lived the grind of elite college football firsthand, understanding the physical toll, the emotional swings, and the accountability demanded in locker rooms where excuses are quickly exposed. That experience did more than shape his football IQ. It shaped his empathy. It gave him a player's understanding of leadership, one rooted not in distance or authority, but in shared struggle and earned respect. When Freeman transitioned from player to coach, that perspective became his foundation. He built his reputation as a teacher and motivator, someone capable of connecting schematic discipline with human connection. By the time he reached Notre Dame, he was already viewed as a rising force, but the job itself offered no grace period. Early challenges tested him, losses sparked doubt, outside voices questioned whether he was ready for the responsibility of leading a program that measures success not in good seasons, but in championships. Freeman absorbed that pressure rather than deflecting it, choosing reflection over reaction, growth over defensiveness. The response was unmistakable. Over time, Notre Dame's identity sharpened. The Irish played with clarity, physicality, and purpose. Freeman's teams reflected his values: disciplined but not rigid, aggressive without being reckless, confident without arrogance. His defensive background showed in preparation and toughness, but his broader leadership approach revealed something more expansive. He operated as a CEO of the program, empowering assistants, trusting players, and setting a tone where accountability flowed in all directions, including toward himself. That accountability has become one of Freeman's defining traits. He has never hidden from shortcomings or disappointment. When seasons fell short of ultimate goals, he owned it publicly, reinforcing a culture where responsibility is shared rather than shifted. In modern college football, where blame can be outsourced to injuries, schedules, or systems, Freeman's willingness to stand in front of disappointment has resonated deeply with players and peers alike. It is part of why his locker rooms have remained unified even when external noise grew loud. Success, of course, amplifies scrutiny rather than silencing it. Freeman's steady winning percentage elevated Notre Dame back into national relevance, restoring consistency that had wavered in previous years. Bowl victories reinforced the sense that the program could perform under postseason pressure. Each milestone raised expectations, and Freeman met that reality with calm rather than bravado. He has spoken often about gratitude for the position he holds, emphasizing that opportunity is earned collectively, not individually. That language is not accidental. It reflects a leader who understands how fragile success can be if ego overtakes purpose. What separates Freeman in today's landscape is how seamlessly his leadership translates across generations of players. In an era shaped by rapid roster turnover and shifting priorities, he has built relationships rooted in trust and honesty. Players know where they stand. They know what is expected. They know mistakes will be addressed directly, not hidden by platitudes. That clarity fosters buy-in, and buy-in fuels consistency. It is why his teams have avoided the wild swings that plague many programs navigating similar challenges. Freeman's career arc also reflects a broader evolution in what elite coaching looks like. The archetype of the authoritarian figure barking orders from the sideline has given way to a model that values communication, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. Freeman embodies that shift. He commands respect not by volume, but by presence. He leads not by intimidation, but by example. In doing so, he has positioned himself not only as a successful college coach, but as a figure whose influence extends beyond wins and losses. At Notre Dame, that influence carries unique weight. The program's identity is intertwined with tradition, values, and national expectation. Freeman has navigated that intersection with care, honoring what Notre Dame represents while guiding it toward modern relevance. His 5-year body of work reflects balance, honoring history without being trapped by it, embracing innovation without losing grounding. That balance has produced tangible results and restored belief within the program. Looking back to his days as a player, the through line becomes clear. Freeman has always understood that football is about alignment between preparation and performance, between leadership and accountability, between individual ambition and collective purpose. As a player, he lived it through experience. As a coach, he has applied it through structure and culture. The outcome has been a career defined by steady ascent rather than sudden spikes, by trust built over time rather than hype generated overnight. In 5 seasons as a head coach, Freeman has already achieved what many spend decades chasing: sustained success at a major program, postseason credibility, and the respect of players and peers alike. A 43-12 record and a strong bowl resume are milestones, but they are also markers along a larger journey that continues to unfold. Freeman's story is not about arrival, it is about trajectory. Each season adds context, each challenge refines his approach, each win reinforces his belief in how leadership should look. In a sport that moves too fast to reflect, Marcus Freeman stands as a reminder that growth does not have to be chaotic to be meaningful. His career has been built deliberately, shaped by experience as a player, tested by pressure as a coach, and validated by results that speak loudly without shouting. Whether measured by numbers, culture, or influence, his impact at Notre Dame has already left a lasting imprint, one rooted in consistency, accountability, and belief. And as his journey continues, it is clear that what Freeman represents reaches far beyond any single season or record, reflecting instead a vision of leadership that feels both timeless and distinctly modern.